Welcome to BioThought. So today we are going to discuss the 29th page of Ncert Plant Kingdom chapter, the third chapter of plus 1 biology. And we were discussing in the previous class about bryophytes. So now we are continuing with bryophytes. So bryophytes are called amphibians of plant kingdom. Why are they called amphibians of plant kingdom? Because these plants can live in soil but are dependent on water for sexual reproduction. So two kind of conditions, habitat, right, in the soil and also on the water, and they usually occur in damp, humid and shaded localities. That is some kind of what moisture containing that areas they usually locate. Then they play an important role in plant succession on the bare rocks or soil. We used to see the plant succession, that is initial stages we used to see these kinds of bryophytes, and then to more complex structures. So on bare rocks or soil, so this promote this organic content to grow. Okay, and the plant body of the bryophytes is more differentiated than that of the algae, that we know, more differentiated, and it is thallus-like and prostrate or erect. Prostrate in the sense it can be creeping like and also erect and attached to the substratum by unicellular or multicellular rhizoids, root-like structures, and they lack the true root and stem or leaves. The true structures are absent and they may possess root-like, leaf-like, stem-like structures, and the main plant body of the bryophytes is what? Haploid. The main plant body is haploid. It produces gametes and are called as gametophyte, and the sex organs in the bryophytes are multicellular, and the male sex organ is called as antheridium, and they produce biflagellate androcyte. Biflagellate means two flagellas containing androcytes, and the female sex organ is called archegonium, flask shaped, produces single egg. Okay. Now coming to this, androcytes are released into water. Androcyte means the male part, right? Yes, the androcytes, that is a male sex organ, antheridium, produces androcytes. These are released into water, which then contact with the archegonium, and androcyte fuses with the egg to produce zygote. Zygote do not undergo reduction division immediately. What they will do, they produce a multicellular body called as sporophyte, and this sporophyte is not free living but attached to the photosynthetic gametophyte and derive nourishment from it. Okay, some of the cells of sporophyte is undergoing reduction division, meiosis, to produce what? Again haploid structures, haploid spores, and these spores germinate to form the gametophyte. Okay, that's all regarding the bryophytes main part. Now coming to bryophytes in general are of little economic importance, but some mosses provide food for the herbaceous mammals, birds and other animals, and species of sphagnum, moss provide peat. Peat in the sense the kind of aerations and as a fuel, long has been used as a fuel, and brown dark material, okay, and as a packing material for transshipment of living material. That is a kind of aeration, okay, because of their capacity to hold water. And mosses along with lichens are the first organisms to colonize the rocks, hence of great economical importance, ecological importance, and they decompose rocks, making the substrate suitable for the growth of higher plants. Yes, they will make a layer on it and decompose eventually, and since mosses forms the dense mats on the soil, they reduce impact of falling rain and prevent soil erosion. The bryophytes are divided into what? Liverworts and mosses. Okay, the examples of bryophytes are liverworts and mosses. Okay, then coming to the liverworts. Liverworts grows usually in the moist shady habitat as the banks of streams and marshy grounds and damp soil, barks of trees, and deep in the wood. Okay, the plant body of liverwort is thalloid, that is no true stem, leaf and root. Markensia is an example, and the thallus is a dorsiventral closely pressed to the down part of the substratum, right? The leafy members have tiny leaf-like appendages in two rows on the stem-like structures. And they say that the leafy members have tiny leaf-like appendages. Appendages is for the movement, right? Or for holding in two rows of the stem on the stem-like structures, like foot-like structures, likewise leaf-like appendages in two rows on the stem-like structures. And asexual reproduction in liverworts takes place by the fragmentation of thalli. So asexual reproduction is by fragmentation of thalli or formation of a specialized structure called gemmae or singular gemma. And gemmae are green multicellular asexual buds which is developed into small receptacles called gemmae cups located on the thalli, and the gemmae becomes detached from the parent body. It's like a bud, germinate to form new individuals. And during sexual reproduction, the male and the female, what is happening? Sex organs are produced either on the same or different thalli, okay, male and female. That's all regarding the bryophytes to this page of NCERT, and we have gone through each and every line of NCERT and why it is necessary, because each and every line have some points for the NEET PYQs and all. And though you can write in NCERT exams an overall picture of this but short picture, but in NEET point of view, it is very important that you should go through each and every line. Okay, so we will discuss the next line of NCERT of the page 30 on the next class. That's it regarding today's session. Thank you.